In this video, we will add annotation callouts for a section detail drawing of a standard base cabinet assembly using the AutoCAD Multileader command. In a previous video, you were introduced to the Multileader command in AutoCAD, where we formatted two different multileader styles: a straight two-point leader line terminating with a closed-filled arrowhead, and a curved two-point spline leader line terminating with a closed-filled dot. Callouts serve an important function in drawing annotation and sheet coordination. Callouts are used when a specific part of a drawing would be vague to interpretation without a note calling out the material, assembly method, or any other type of information that requires clarity. Drawing clarity is one of the most important roles of digital production practices. Before we dive into the project, let's look at the different styles of callouts and how the multileader command in AutoCAD was used to achieve the intended goal. This is an example of a bathroom detail drawing sheet. This level of project completion checks the design development phase within the design process because the drawing serves double duty. It is a presentation drawing and it combines some basic construction information with client-friendly graphic details. You will notice that some of the details on this sheet are a segue to the next phase of the design process, which is construction documentation, where the drawings will become more technical to the construction process. Let's look at different styles of callouts in this example and their intended usage. In Elevation 4, we are looking at the wall with the door through to the primary bedroom. On this wall, a curved leader line with a closed-filled dot calls out the wall materials. At the bathtub enclosure, the drawing calls for a subway tile installed from the tub surround to the ceiling line. In the vanity area of the bathroom, the subway tile is capped at 54 inches above the floor. The area of the wall above 54 inches is painted gypsum board or drywall. What is the squiggle line shown at the ceiling in this view? Let's look for more information on this sheet. Look at Elevation 2 to see the detail of the unidentified squiggly lines we saw in Elevation 4. The squiggly lines are defined in an enlargement detail, see the circle here, as crown molding. We are looking at the profile or a cut-through section of the crown molding installed on the wall to the ceiling. Note that the enlargement detail need not be called out in every elevation as long as the molding is the same profile throughout the bathroom. Additional callouts shown in Elevation 2 include a section of the vanity cabinet and a trash can. Why show a trash can and a TP or toilet paper holder in this drawing? The vanity must be shown in this drawing. It's part of the construction of the bathroom. However, the trash can and TP holder are suggestions for discussion with the client. We need to be able to show that a trash can is difficult to fit in the water closet enclosure. For example, the TP holder is shown on the right side of the water closet when the occupant is seated. These are relevant discussions to have with a client, and their preference for where the practical items are coordinated within the space is actually important to the design. Let's look at one more type of callout using leader lines. This example is a section of a pocket door. This detail depicts how the pocket door fits into the wall cavity and recommendations for framing it. Notice the style of the multileader callout and the way it was formatted in AutoCAD. Like the other examples shown on this sheet, the multileader was formatted with a spline. However, this style is formatted with 3 or more points instead of 2 and terminates with a custom or user-defined arrowhead. You can see from this example of a multileader that you can customize settings to reflect your graphic preferences. This flexibility of creating your own graphic style is one of the reasons why AutoCAD remains a favorite software program among designers. This callout example depicts a customized multi-leader format which demonstrates a curvy spline terminating with a user-defined arrowhead and attached to a keynote circle instead of text. With this type of callout, the keynotes must be located on the same sheet as the corresponding keynote number. Let's take a quick look at how this multi-leader style was formatted. Under Modifications, I will look at the Leader Format tab. The line type is specified as a spline. The arrowhead symbol is user-defined, which is a saved block I created. Because it is my own style of arrowhead, I've increased the standard size to 3/16. The leader structure is 3 pick points instead of 2, and the content type is a block. The source block is a circle, and the attachment is by center extents, and I've kept the scale at 1 inch. This is how the customized multi-leader format looks in a drawing demonstration. Here I am placing a keynote to define the sync type and installation. Therefore, Keynote 3 might read something like stainless steel undermounted single basin sink. This illustration is a standard section drawing highlighting the U.S. cabinet standards and installation guidelines. You will use this detailed drawing on pretty much every construction drawing sheet for a kitchen project. So this assignment is not only an academic exercise, but the annotated section detail will now be part of your designer suitcase of digital files that you will use over and over for different projects. This is the drawing you are provided. Use the multi-leader command in AutoCAD to add the notes provided for the assignment. This is how you add a callout note in Mac AutoCAD using the multi-leader command. The critical thinking challenge of this assignment is fitting all of the callouts in the relevant areas. One final tip, the multi-leader align command helps keep the callouts aligned so that the detail has the best readability. Remember, clarity is one of the most important aspects of digital production practices. In AutoCAD PC, there are 2 different places to locate the multi-leader command. The first place is on the Home tab on the Annotation panel. From there, locate the multi-leader command and pick on it. Also located on this panel under the drop-down menu is the multi-leader align command. Start the multi-leader command and then pick directly on the object to start the leader line reference. Drag out the leader line and pick a second point. The second point ends the leader line and starts the text editor. And when you are done with the annotation, pick on the Save button in the multi-leader dialog. Instead of starting on the Home tab, a second way to access the multi-leader command on a PC is by picking on the Annotation tab. From there, locate the multi-leader command, and again, pick directly on the object with your first pick point. The second pick point ends the leader line and starts the text editor. When you've completed the text, pick on the Save button. The next important tip is about the multi-leader align command. Use this command to help you keep all of the leader line endpoints and text aligned for the best visual clarity and drawing readability. And remember, once you have the multi-line styles formatted, you can forego finding the icons and use the MLeader commands at the command line for both a PC and a Mac. This illustration denotes the required annotation using text and the multi-leader command in the CAD I class. If you are a CAD II or an ambitious CAD I student, then you will finish the section detail by adding all of the notes seen here. This ends the tutorial for using the multi-leader command in AutoCAD for annotation callouts.